and the Sea Eagles on Fox Sports.
And the heavy workload continues for superstar Darren Lockyer. 300 first-grade games last weekend, successful Test captain on Friday night, and today he leads his beloved Broncos against the reigning premiers, the Manly Sea Eagles. But Wally Lewis have to say, a look of vulnerability for Brisbane today. No Carmichael Hunt, Justin Hodges a late withdrawal. Does that change the way they approach today's game?
Well, I think that will, Peter. I'm sure that their forwards are going to take a lot more responsibility going into these games. They're two great players that they tend to rely on a hell of a lot. One man in particular, Darren Lockyer. And I think while there's some bad news about players pulling out, it may see one of those performances from Lockie.
It is a very different looking lineup for the Brisbane Broncos. And on debut, 18-year-old at the back, Jared Beale comes in for Hunt. On the wings, Antonio Winterstein and Alex Glenn. The centre pairing is Steve Michaels and Israel Folau, back to a very familiar position for him. Darren Lockyer is the skipper at 5'8", Peter Wallace at half. A back row of Corey Parker, Sam Thaiday, Palmer Watbow comes into the run-on side, and up front, Nick Kenny, PJ Marsh and Joel Clinton. Off the bench, Ben Teo drops back with Aaron Gorrell, Ashton Sims and Langi Setu. They are coached by Ivan Henjak. Against the Manly side, Wally, that come off a loss to Melbourne last weekend, their coach Des Hasler said lapses in concentration are hurting us. How do they take on the Brisbane Broncos this afternoon?
Well, I think they'll take them on straight up the middle. You have a look at their side and you think that's where their strength lies at the moment. They've been a little bit vulnerable over the last couple of weeks, but I think that they'll go out there and just try and blast the Broncos off the paddock.
Well, if they're taking on Manly, the Broncos in the middle, they'll do it without Josh Perry unable to back up from Friday night. Michael Robertson at fullback, David Williams and Michael Barney on the wings. Jamie Lyon, Steve Maddai are the centres. At 5'8", they're looking more familiar there and comfortable. Chris Bailey, Matt Orford is the captain and the halfback. Glenn Stewart, Anthony Watmo and Glenn Hall. Brent Kite, Matt Dallin, Jason King into the run-on side. And their bench, Heath Lestrange, George Rose, Shane Rodney and Jared Waria Hargraves, their coach, Des Hasler.
And Jared Beale, just 18 from the Logan Brothers Club, makes his first grade debut in a very big pair of shoes, those of Carmichael Hunt. Tony Arch is our referee with the whistle to start. Matt Chekin is the pocket. We're ready for this round 9 encounter. The corresponding game, round 9, Manly played the Broncos here and they won. It was a resounding victory for Manly against a vastly weakened Broncos side, as it is today, without Carmichael and, of course, without Justin Hodges. There's Sam Thaiday taking a strong run out to the 20-metre line, with Brisbane defending down the Caxton Street end of the ground. And this man is Corey Parker, who hasn't missed a game in 8 rounds of football, hasn't missed a minute of a game in the 8 rounds played so far for his Brisbane Broncos team. Joel Clinton played the ball. Peter Wallace gets a kick away, aiming it straight down towards Michael Barney. And Michael comes running back to be met there by Lockyer, Thaiday and Wallace. The three of them turn him up, put him on his back. And so the defensive line gets a chance to set. Matai takes a run. Really a forward run it was for Steve Matai, the centre from Manly, the defending premiers, away to their worst start in many, many years, with Glenn Stewart playing the ball on halfway. Now Jamie Lyon, he ran a good 10 metres before he found some defence. 35 metres out from the Brisbane line for Hall to go across. Orford goes back. It's gone away from Robertson to Watmo to Matai. Matai stepping and trying to get through 25 metres away from the Brisbane line. Played back for Barney and then away to Orford, who goes to the air. So it's a good set here for Manly, and it bounces in goal and then goes ricocheting across the dead ball line. So they got through that satisfactorily. The opening set for the Eagles. And this is Nick Kenny who'll play the ball for the Broncos. Just inside the 30-metre line. Israel Folau playing centres today. Out to the 40-metre line. Justin Hodges, as I mentioned, with Carmichael out of this match today. And that is Winterstein. To the halfway mark. Played by the youngster, one of 6 players that have debuted under Ivan Henjak for the Broncos this year. In fact, Winterstein, one of them, Beale doing it today, and Glenn also debuted this year. Now it goes left side, and Lockyer puts a kick up high and getting underneath it. Michael Robertson, and Peter Wallace was through like a hare. Well, he led them down, and Steve Michaels tidied up. And here's Williams' tackle, and a penalty going to Manly. Penalty from the whistle of Tony Archer against the Broncos.
Well, it is a big test for the home team today. A number of late changes and around representative time is where the Broncos generally start to get the staggers, with a big contingent playing in the elite games. They'd like to start off with a win here at home this afternoon.
This is Ballon getting through the tackle of Michaels. And Wallace had to make his second tackle in a row. Wapow in the defence there with Peter Wallace. Bailey finds Jason King in 15 before it goes through another set of hands to Brent Kite. And Kite will play it now. 38 away. And there's a problem there for Joel Clinton in 10 for Brisbane. What Mo it is that reaches the 30-metre line. It's played for Ballon, and he comes to the short side for Orford to find Matai. And Matai is effectively grounded there by Alex Glenn as it goes now to the boot of Orford. He goes across, and with pinpoint accuracy, Jamie Lyon. He almost made a clean catch of it. This is Winterstein speeding back into the field of play.
And his hands are that good, Jamie Lyon. You would expect on most occasions he would pluck that one. It was a good kick from Orford, landed just where you want, just in the field of play, and he had a good play at it. Although the Brisbane player may have a little bit of a touch. They bring it out to their own 20 now through Steve Michaels. He was very good on Friday night lines in the centres for country.
This is Wapow. Getting it out to the 30-metre line. PJ Marsh is their dummy half. Their starting dummy half. And that's Clinton, so good news for him. He seems to be okay again. It's Wallace. Puts a kick down inside the... Oh! Knock on David Williams, and he's blowing right up. Pretty simple. It looked like it was a knock on for sure. And this was David Williams. And why he blew up, I don't know, because it looked like the perfect knock on.
Well, you can only assume he's blown up at himself. There was no reason to play the way he did. They're the kind of bounce that you can deal with your legs. There was no one in his face. The chasers were still fairway away. Lockyer.
Brisbane pressing. Folau went through one, and then they're trying to take him towards the sideline. Headed by Michael Barney. 10 metres out.
Quick shoulder for Darren Lockyer as well, left shoulder.
Oh, Kenny driven by King. Big tackle from Jason King, the prop for Manly. Here's Wallace with numbers around him. Wapow, he'll play the ball 9 metres out from the line. PJ Marsh has a look down the short side before finding Corey Parker. Parker is held down by Kite. Now Marsh behind decoys. Wallace, Lockyer in for Kenny. And Nick Kenny losing the ball. So Jason King getting off a brute big hit in the early part of this game, and he took Nick Kenny down.
It was a good shot, wasn't it? And if the Broncos are out to prove the quality of their depth here this afternoon, let me tell you, there are no excuses for Manly today. They get a great opportunity to get their season back on track with a win over a tall poppy. When you look at this Manly side compared to the Brisbane side, they're much closer to full strength. If they're serious about making a run at the finals, it's got to start today. No excuses.
This is Glenn Hall. Inside the 20. Manly have won 3 of their last... In fact, they've won their last 3 matches over the Broncos, including that win, as I said, at Suncorp in the corresponding match last year. A match in which Brisbane came out running. They put a couple of tries on Manly.
Oh, good shot there from PJ Marsh on Anthony Watmo. Drove him back. It's Chris Bailey. Lack of communication at the back there between Winterstein and Glenn.
So it is Winterstein who'll play the ball for Israel Folau, and Beale is the man that wants to get a touch of the football and take a tackle.
Yeah, in fact, it was Beale, not Glenn.
So right on the 30-metre line, this is Glenn in these outstanding pair of boots. The bright yellow boots, Alex Glenn, the 14. And running onto it at full speed is Parker. He went through one. He's got the big fellow outside him. Here's Israel. That's a kick and a half, I'll tell you. And I think Joel Clinton has scored. But I don't think I know. Joel Clinton gets a rare try.
Well, it is a great effort from Joel Clinton to be there to score his second try of the season. And an awful miss from Anthony Watmoe. If there's a weakness in Watmoe's game at the moment, it's defensively one-on-one. And look at the move that Corey Parker puts on him. Delight on the face of Joel Clinton. They had a bit of momentum. Glenn almost got through, but Orford dragged him down. The next play, Parker comes from left to right. A little bit of footwork. Watmoe left grasping. And then on the outside, Israel Folau. It's a beautiful grubber kick back across. And the front rower beats a hooker with Darren Lockyer, the 5'8", watching on.
And here is the kick straight between the posts from Corey Parker. Wally Lewis on the sideline today.
And I'm sure Joel Clinton is feeling a little bit more comfortable at the moment. Just a minute or two ago, he could not get up off the ground. But after seeing the backs break into open spaces, I'm sure that he felt a lot fitter than he was just 2 or 3 minutes ago. An outstanding start. But the Sea Eagles had been very dominant to the start of the game. They've been making much more territory than the Broncos set of 6.
Orford with the restart there. And the ball bouncing on its point and going straight up, and then Lockyer actually had to leap into the air to get it and secure possession for the Broncos. And Mick Kenny it is that drives it up the middle, 30 metres away from his own line. So they've replicated the start from that match last year. As I was saying, they started that game very well, but then they wilted, and Manly came home all over the top of a weakened Brisbane team as it is today. Played by Parker, now Wallace, here's Lockyer. He goes short to Thaiday, and that's a good tackle. Right around the legs there by Matty Orford. Lockyer got a pass away tackle by Watmoe. Wallace puts a kick down the ground and taken back there by Robertson. He comes out and Wallace chases him and makes the tackle. That's one of the features of Peter Wallace's game is his defence. And he's come up with the boot and undone all the good work that he just did.
He's a wonderful defender, Peter Wallace. Great kick chase in the mould of Brett Kamali. But very solid, very rugged. Good at one-on-one tackles. And that time, he just held on a little bit too long for the referee's liking, and a good touch finder out to the 40.
Steve Maddai taking the tap. And the ball finds its way through to Brent Kite. Just outside his own 40-metre line, as you can see. Ballon goes across, dummy, give to Robertson. Robertson will play it near the halfway line. Parker and Wapow making the tackle. And now it's Glenn Stewart making Joel Clinton miss badly. And they will play the ball now just outside Brisbane's 40. Ballon goes out, looking, asking a question. Quick hands Orford. It goes backwards. There's no drama here. It's with Michael Barney, and Barney will play the ball. Checken is now the referee with the whistle as it goes over, and it's with Glenn Hall. And Hall is put away and tackled 35 metres out from the Brisbane line. Ballon, the dummy, half number 9. This is Bailey, the 5'8", who puts a big kick up, and getting underneath it is the 18-year-old Beale. And it's a free carry back to the 20.
In that set of 6, Manly came up with a great play down the left-hand side of the field, but it just shows their lack of confidence. Look how easily they're going to outnumber the Broncos here, but they just can't get the pass to find the right man. A lot of teams in the competition use the same play, execute perfectly, but the defending premiers right from day one haven't been able to get it right.
All being played then by Steve Michaels. As Brisbane run it towards the halfway line. It is Winterstein who plays the ball. Played Toyota Cup with the Roosters last year. Prior to making his debut here with the Broncos today. And a penalty goes to Brisbane. Toyota Cup result here today. Broncos 36, Sea Eagles 20. And I think that's 2 losses in a row for the previously unbeaten David Penner coached Manly Eagles under-20s.
That's exactly right, and that's how quickly a game can change here with Brent Kite and David Williams giving away the penalty. Moments ago, they were at the other end. A kick, last tackle, easily taken by the fullback. And now, fourth tackle penalty, all of a sudden, Brisbane, the other end of the field, with the full complement.
Wallace then working the ball across for Kenny, who ran second man behind the decoy runner Clinton, and then it's gone short to Friday off a pass from Lockyer, who's gone to the short side, gone back to the open side. Marsh, meantime, puts the head down and tries to find a hole, plays it back for Beale. It's gone along the line from Lockyer to Wallace, and Wallace puts a kick in off the outside edge. Williams has got work to do, he'll make it back. Lockyer puts a shoulder on him, but Williams will resist the upright tackle and play the ball. This is Barney. People talk about Darren Lockyer's defence, but I tell you what, he's tried to inflict a bit of damage the other night on Vatavai, and now he's put another shoulder on Williams. He's a much tougher defender than he's given credit for.
Well, Ray, the simple play there for Darren Lockyer was just to go low and make the tackle, but he could see the value in some heavy collision, maybe putting David Williams back in the in-goal area. Body on the line.
So this kick right down to Beale. He's very quick, isn't he? He comes from the Logan Brothers Club and plays the ball on the 40-metre line. If you just joined us, Brisbane without two of their big guns today, Carmichael Hunt and Justin Hodges.
I've never seen the Broncos promote a dud. Any kid that comes into first grade's got talent. These kids won't be any different. And here's Manly again, making life so difficult for themselves with ill discipline. They've got to start to make a statement with their defence here and their control, because all they're doing is frustrating themselves out of the action.
You probably heard the referee call it, and he gave the signal that he was working on the player that had already been tackled. He was working him on the ground, and thus the penalty against Jamie Lyon on Joel Clinton, who got the try for Brisbane at minute number 9 as Wapow plays the ball just outside the 10. Wallace goes across the back of the ruck. Parker almost through. Held by Ballin. Now it's come away to the right for Kenny, and Kenny to Wallace, and Wallace to Lockyer, and Lockyer finding Israel. He turns it in for Glenn, and Alex Glenn will play the ball. I see George Rose out there. Or did I not see George Rose out there? Might have been Jason King. No, it's George. He's out there in 16. As it goes across from Lockyer, and then quick hands from Beale. Parker has shrugged off Williams. Flick passes to Beale. Quickly to Wapow. He's not beaten yet, Wapow. Now he is. Stewart dives on him. Well, this fullback is very keen to get involved. No lack of confidence. The kick from Lockyer, the fly by Folau, and then it's a fend by Glenn. And Alex Glenn scores for the Broncos. Beautiful stuff. Well done on the other side of the ground by several players.
It was indeed. Corey Parker's causing all sorts of problems for the opposition defence. Darren Lockyer got the kick away. Folau, always favourite to take that one. And the flick pass to the man who, after 8 first-grade games, was called in as 18th man for New Zealand on Friday night. Put a step and a move on Michael Barney and crossed very comfortably in the corner. Maddai knows that there's no chance to beat Folau in the air, and then Barney unable to handle Glenn, who is a player of much promise.
Here's the kick from Parker. He's got it. My goodness, he's kicking well. 12-0 after 90. Welcome to our networks overseas, taking our telecast. So the Broncos lead 12-0, and we've had 18 minutes of this game in round 9. Oh, Kenny was hit by Stewart. I think it was Stewart, the lead tackler. So Kenny's taken a couple of big shots in this game. Another brute big hit. Bang! Who got it? It was George, wasn't it?
And Big Georgie threw the barrel chest into him.
George Rose. broke a leg, I think it was it 2 seasons back. It was one of the worst breaks I've seen. Good to see him back and playing the game he loves so much. His thigh day standing like a colossus. Parker with a big fend up in the face of Glenn Hall. And now Parker to play the ball. As I said to you earlier, he's a bit of an Iron Man. Hasn't missed a minute of football this year, and he's played in all 8. Michael Robertson got underneath it, got a good side, and there was no challenge on him.
Well, it is vital now that Manly, who are looking very tired and coming back to help out here, get through a good set here. They've had little football in the last 5 to 10 minutes. They are bunched. There's no way knowing they're going to attack wide. You have a look at how close they are to the ruck area. That's the width of their team. They need to get into good kicking position because not much is going for them at the moment.
So Matt Orford tries to get something going down the right side, and Lyon got away. He beat Friday. Now the kid is going to be tested. Ankle tapping tackle from behind by Winterstein. Saved young Beale from any confrontation. Referee says play on here. Orford goes back for Glenn Stewart, and Peter Wallace makes the tackle. That's the turnover. Well done, Brisbane.
That was absolutely brilliant by Winterstein. Watch the way he ankle taps from behind but stays on his feet just in case he's needed again. And he catches Jamie Lyon by surprise. What's this? Eyes on the prize, clips the leg, knocks them together. Down goes Jamie Lyon, then he comes around and completes the tackle.
And Jamie Lyon had an unmarked man on his left. He only wanted another step before he was delivering the killer pass for a try.
So Joel Clinton it was, who was muscled down by George Rose, who goes in again and makes another. The big number 16 from Manly. He's putting some muscle into his defence. As the ball is played for PJ Marsh, for Darren Lockyer. Ben Teo is out there for Brisbane. And this is Michael Barney on the return. And he's pulled down and tackled by the number 12, which is Teo. Now Matt I. Manly down by 2 converted tries as it comes to Anthony Watmo, who bumps away from Lockyer but is taken by Thido. And Alex Glenn was in there, but he was in there too low.
You get up with the hand on the ball, mate.
Hand on the ball is the call from Tony Archer, and he was talking to both Sam Thido and Alex Glenn. And there's the hand going in from Alex Glenn. Does Manly get a chance now? Jason King, the 15.
They desperately need a try here, Manly. They've got to come up with something right now.
Ballon to Hall, and Hall is taken down by the 17, Ashton Sims, who's out there. Here's a chance for Manly. Right foot step from Big Blayley. He looks around for support. He had the arm free. Ballon behind Rose, onto Orford. Then it's gone away onto the 21 for Manly. And that is Waria Hargraves. He plays the ball. Ballon. Then it's Robertson. They go for an intercept. And here's a chance for Barney. But Folau, who went for the intercept, he came back and made the tackle. Ballon gets it away. And Waria Hargraves again is tackled and loses the ball.
And that attempted intercept gave Manly another set of 6. But on second tackle, PJ Marsh is roundly being applauded for forcing a mistake. They are getting into positions to score Manly, but they just can't come up with the right play, the right pass, the right option. And they're a great shot there. I think it was that man you said that's out there now, Waria Hargraves, along with Marsh.
So Brisbane bring it away.
He's tough, PJ Marsh, isn't he? I mean, he's had neck problems and bad injuries, and he keeps coming back and playing top-class football, and the strength of his defence is outstanding.
Ashton Sims is outstanding at the moment with a good, strong gallop up the middle. Now from Marsh, onto Wallace, in ball for Parker. Parker, he's got the ability to shrug off tackles. He must be a slippery fellow to hang on to. He just shrugs them off. Play by Clinton now. And then it's off the boot of Wallace. It's gone high and deep down to Barney. Michael comes back, links up with another Michael. This is Robertson. Playing the ball under the tackle of PJ Marsh. Now David Williams. Williams put down. Teo and Fido making that tackle. Ballon away for George Rose. And Rose is tackled. And he's come up without the football. And Archer doesn't want to know about it. He's just said you coughed it up.
Dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Young Beale got a slap across the chops from Matt Orford, and he's still recovering. Alan Lang has got to him with the bottle. Here's Teo, an offload, and now for Marsh to go to the 30-metre line. Slap over the face here, or around the throat really, from Orford. Nothing in it. Beale was on the end of it, and the referee, quite rightly, showing some discretion, letting it go. So Fide found himself a dummy half, and here's Wallace coming over to link up with Teo, who joined the Broncos this year from the West Tigers. Wallace bombing away for Winterstein. Oh, what a jump! What a jump and what a put down! That's artistic. Now onside, and did he get it down in time? All of that will be investigated.
Again, Ray, you look at the reaction of players, and Antonio Winterstein, I don't think it's false selling of this. He's onside. He's the widest man. Peter Wallace kicking to David Williams, who can't get up because he's got no momentum, unlike the catcher who gets the football down, plants it, and it continues a wonderful try-scoring streak from this young man. Something like 6 in 3 games, 4 games now.
6 in 4, Pete, yeah. So 25 metres out. And 2 metres in from touch for Parker. It's on its way, but he's missed it. On this Sunday afternoon, Mother's Day, and Darren Lockyer marking the ball before asking Ashton Sims to take it back.
Rabbits, just being serious for a minute, this is getting embarrassing for Manly. Someone in this side has got to make a statement, surely, that they care about what's happening here. This looks lethargic, undisciplined, and I've got to say even uncaring. Now, I'm sure the players care, but in a game that they have to win, this is a fairly soft beginning.
Beale is underneath that tackle.
Well, at 16, they're still in it. Not on what we're seeing out there with the way the game is being played, but the scoreline says they're still in it. If they get any further behind, especially leading into half-time, Brisbane run away with this as Peter Wallace inside his own 40. Gets one to bounce before Michael Robertson clears, and the chase is excellent.
So Robertson will be playing the ball just outside 30. Possession is running largely Brisbane's way. You've got to take that into account. The body language might be just as Gus Gould is talking, but 62% of time with the ball is with Brisbane, and that's big. And Brisbane have completed 14 from 15, Manly 10 from 13. So they come left side for Watmo, and then it's gone to Matai, but he passed well in front of the line, and it'll be played 32 metres out from the Brisbane line. Barney's pass through to Orford. A show from Orford. A show from Orford again. He loses it backwards. It's been fixed up, if you like. It's been mended by Ballon. And Matt Ballon will play the ball just outside the 30-metre line. Orford got a bad pass from Bailey. Then he puts a grubber kick into the end goal. It'll go in touching goal.
Ray, I know it was pointed out those statistics as we see a dejected Des Hasler up in the stands, but the stats also don't tell you about the dumb penalties that have been given away. The loss of the ball, second tackle after they were building momentum. 3 kicks now that have gone dead out of about 6. So they've contributed to those statistics in some ways being against them so heavily.
Played then by Sims. This is Michaels. Let's take a sideline comment from Wally Lewis. Yes, Wally?
Well, Rabs, I was going to say there's plenty of things people can suggest as the backbone towards success, whether it's discipline, just skill on the field. There's a host of those in the Sea Eagles camp. But sitting down here at ground level, there is not one bit of talk going on between the Manly defenders. When it goes into attack, it doesn't seem to change too much at all. But defence, it's totally quiet.
Winterstein then plays the ball on halfway. And it's gone away for Folau to beat Matai, to draw Barney, to give to Glenn, and then he's wrapped up by Watmo coming across to put Glenn over the sideline. Folau was off and gone. Around Steve Matai, he's not such a dusty defender, Matai, but Folau just left him grabbing.
Just watching Israel Folau position his winger and pass there. It's not something that looked all that comfortable for him, did it? It wasn't the greatest pass.
There's plenty of determination and vigour in the tackle from Watmo. And here's Jamie Lyon working from the scrum inside Bailey, the 5/8. Here's Rose.
Yeah, he really does look the man most likely at the moment for Manly, Jamie Lyon. Has made one break which probably should have led to a try as Glenn Stewart gets rid of one, finds David Williams.
He got rid of one. That one happened to be Peter Wallace, but I guess if you involve yourself in a lot of tackles, then you're going to miss some. And the 21 is his fellow Ria Hargraves, and a penalty is forthcoming for Manly. It's against Bentillo.
Okay, we'll go back to what we said 10 minutes ago. Manly need a try. They need something now. Now, Rabbits. They need it now.
40 metres out from the line. It's with Shane Rodney. And Rodney to play at 35 out. Here's Ballon. And now Orford. And then Robertson. And channeling in from his wing was Glenn to make the tackle. Had a bit of trouble, so Sam Fide comes in from behind.
Yeah, Sam came in and giving him a bit of a back click there.
Back click from Sam. Leg clip from Winterstein. There's plenty of clips around today. And now it's with Ballon to the 20-metre line, and then it's on to Bailey to go in for Stewart, and that's a good tackle over there. Snapped him down. That is Setu. This is Kite. Now it's Orford. Oh, lovely ball, Orford. Very flashy, but it was good. Robertson plays it. Kite on the last. Orford puts the kick in. There's a chance. More than a chance. The man that Peter said could bring them undone. Jamie Lyon scores off a masterly piece of football by Matty Orford.
Well, one thing that Jamie Lyon has shown this afternoon is plenty of determination. And the chase was excellent. He needed help with a good kick. He got that one finally from Matt Orford. Michael Robertson calling Orford to play before to throw it inside. Good reactions from both men. And that's desire. Now, there's a lot of Brisbane jerseys around that one. And the reason Jamie Lyon got the football in front of everybody else is because he wanted it more.
As Lyon converts his own try. It's 16-6 in favour of Broncos. Darren Lockyer to restart. Brisbane having to restart for the first time in the game with 3 tries to them, 1 for Manly. And this is Brent Kite playing the ball. Well, he lost it. He got it between his legs. It didn't touch the ground. So it was a good save by Brent Kite. Played by Glenn Hall inside the 20. Here's Shane Rodney. And he's tackled again, still inside that line, as Ballon finds Watmo. Watmo passes, and Ria Hargraves has lost it again. Last time when he lost it, he was hit hard. That time he had a loose carry on it. Here's Folau. 25 metres out from the Manly line. Premier's up against the team that many people think will do the lap of honour at the end of the season, Brisbane. Now they go over, and here's Beale with a dummy, and then he's able to pass, and he got a miracle ball away over there. Winterstein reeling and spinning and getting it to PJ, and Marsh is tackled by Rodney. Peter Wallace then has a look, looks left, looks right, goes to Lockyer, Lockyer to Teo, and Ben Teo will play the ball. There's 7 away, tackle 5, played back for Fido. Then it's with Wallace. He puts a kick in between the legs there of Brent Kite, and it's fielded by Chris Bailey for Manly.
That was very clever then by Peter Wallace. He got it right between the legs of Brent Kite. Usually you kick it in between players. He gets it right down the tunnel there.
So Barney finding Brent Kite now on the 30-metre line. Tackled there by Marsh and Setu. It's gone right side for Bailey, and he'll play the ball on the 40-metre line. Manly's end of the park with just under 4 minutes of the first half remaining. The kick has gone straight down to Israel, and Folau comes galloping back.
The one thing I find difficult to understand in the Manly performance is really a complete lack of precision in what they're doing. I'm assuming that must come down to confidence, but all the key playmakers are still there. The dummy half's the same, the first receivers are, but so many passes were rushed. They're not going to the right spot. Just no composure as Darren Lockyer looks for the inside man, finds Ashton Sims, centre field, 30 out.
Lockyer moves away to the right. Marsh it is who spins the ball to the other first receiver, Peter Wallace. Beale came in, Michaels is tackled. 20 away. 5 gone again for Brisbane. Beale. Pass was a bit softish. Wallace's kick is big. Folau's after it, but Barney was good. Barney was good, and then he's been grassed in goal.
He puts a lot of pressure on opposition defences, doesn't he, Israel Folau? Watch the reaction of the Manly players when this ball goes in the air. Everyone is trying to get in his way. He charts a checkered course to get there. Maddai got in his way, gave him a little shoulder. Barney was good, but then Big Israel gets him and says, get back down here, boy.
And not just at club level, I think you'll find that New South Wales will actually move their best jumper at back, Joel Monahan, from one side of the field to other in a sky blue jersey to try and counteract that aerial danger that he provides.
Here's Sims taking it back to centre ground, just outside 30, Manly's end. Wallace, ball goes over to Setu, laid down on the ground for Parker to pick it up and Williams to eventually put him down. Parker now from Marsh to Lockyer, and again he finds an inside ball for Ashton Sims just outside 20. Here's Marsh to Lockyer. He goes back for Beale, joining into his back line, and he will play the ball. Jared Beale on debut. Marsh then open side. Lockyer over the head of Sims to Wallace. Torpedo ball to Winterstein. It's forward. There were a couple of bullet-like passes. The crowd hate the result.
Well, the linesman went with the play. The linesman didn't call it. The referee called it. The linesman's right in line. You'll see him out there. There's the pass, and the linesman goes with the play. He doesn't call forward pass, but Mr. Checken said, no, I didn't like it. And that's a let-off for Manly.
Watmo taking that job. The first receiver. Ballon in for Kite. And Brent Kite will play at 35 away from the line. The pass up to Watmo. Might have been suspect from dummy half. Just inside their own 40-metre line, Warrior Hargraves. And then, oh, gee, Setu put a shot on Orford. It was quite legitimate. There was no problems with it. It was big, but Orford still got a pass on. Rodney has now played it. Bailey has given it. Stewart dances, gets it away. Robertson up the middle, supported by Ballon. Good work, Ballon. Good work, Kite. Same Rodney. Round the corner, Warrior Hargraves. Forward off the hands of Watmo. Play on Brisbane. This is Teo. Well, at halftime, the Eagles have got plenty of work to do. They're down by 10. The Broncos 3 tries to 1. Clinton, Glenn and Winterstein for the Broncos, and Jamie Lyon the try for Manly. We'll take a break and come back for the second half of Sunday football in just a moment. Tony Archer. Tony Archer catching a glimpse of the ball boys being on the field, just holding the kick off. And now Darren Lockyer kicks it off, and it's gone down to Orford. And this is Waria Hargraves. At 16-6, the Premiers with their backs to the wall again. Played by Rodney. Ballon for Watmoe. And he's held around the bootlaces on his 30-metre line. Originally he was anyway by Corey Parker. Ballon fires it back and across for Orford to go on to Brent Kite. And off the 40-metre line. There's a kick from their dummy half. Ballon. Ball going down to Beale, who comes dancing back and slides through, and Winterstein is there ready to take a run, but he's held by Bailey. And then Israel Folau comes in. He's met and pulled down by Waria Hargraves over the top of Shane Rodney, right on the 40-metre line, Brisbane's end. Marsh got a pass off for Sims, but Sims was tending to run sideways, made him an easy tackle for Watmoe. Thaiday. And here's the end of the tackle count coming up for our leaders at the moment. Lockyer for Wallace, and it's gone over the sideline. I was waiting for somebody to call it forward, but it was certainly going to be a line ball call, but it's now a scrum, or should I say a turnover from Manly, just near the halfway. Next weekend we've got a big Friday night for you. And that's Waria Hargraves dumped on the ground. Dragons Bulldogs in Sydney, and Brisbane versus the Titans here in Brisbane.
I won't be able to sleep all week. I'm so excited about those two games.
It's Kite.
Yeah, look at the competition ladder at the moment. 1, 2, 3, 4.
The Titans getting beaten by Newcastle today in a sensational finish. The bounce of the ball going Newcastle's way in the final seconds. Here's Stewart. He got rid of Setu. He put a fend on Wallace. The ball went away, and it was grabbed then by Lyon and played by Jamie inside the 20. It's gone out to captain Matt Orford. Puts a kick in. It'll go dead. That eye was flying through, but it was a kick that was fairly ill-judged, really, by Orford.
Yeah, well, how many ill-judged kicks have there been? Peter mentioned in the first half there were 3 20-metre taps for just catching the ball aimlessly on the full or kicking it out the back like that, and that was a terrible fifth tackle option.
Marsh getting the pass over to Teo, and Ben Teo will play the ball. Orford barking instructions. The frustration of not just this match, the frustration of the season.
So I just get the feeling, Ray, if Manly can get the next 6 points, the whole game will take a different complexion. 16-12, all of a sudden the belief might grow in Manly. They've had a lot of opportunities. Brisbane have taken theirs. It's Thaiday, nice step, good pass.
And it's away with Ben Teo, and he's trying to get rid of Shane Rodney. He's looking for support that arrives a fraction too late from Alex Glenn. Now Marsh. Here's Lockyer. Wallace is with the ball. It's gone out wide now for Corey Parker. He'll release. He does. Wallace saw a big gap. He tried to dive through it. He throws a speculator. It's gone to Lockyer. He's got rid of one. He got rid of another one. He gets rid of 3, and then he tries to bulldoze his way through.
Tackle restarted.
6 more for Brisbane. And Wallace, he showed it to Sims and then basically took a settler. Manly defenders clutching, jumper grabbing. Now Thaiday comes from behind to play the ball. almost from obscurity. A lunge to the line for Sam.
Wallace and Lockyer want it.
So it's come to them now. Wallace, Lockyer, cut out pass, Parker. Well anticipated Jamie Lyon and held down by Bailey. Right side play. Lockyer to the centre of the ground, and Wallace, he was put down by Ballon but not held. The tackles are not securing the ball carrier. The 21 Beale will play the ball now. Now they're up to 5. And it's with Marsh, and then was Lockyer, and he puts a kick in. It's come down and backwards. It was knocked by Stewart. In fact, was it Stewart? Yes, Glenn it was, who knocked it backwards, saved the day for Manly. So they held Brisbane out for close to 10 or 11 tackles there. This is Barney. 16-6 then in favour of Brisbane. 3 tries to 1. Matai playing the ball on the 40-metre line. Watmo goes down that eastern corridor on the short side. He heard the call from Orford, who got the pass onto Bailey, who leaves the halfway astern. It's gone on to Glenn Stewart. It's with Jamie Lyon. He kicks ahead. He leads the race. Winterstone can't match him at the moment. Ball to ground, Jamie Lyon. I think he's had an air swing, and Beale has put it over the dead ball line.
Well, he doesn't want an air swing here, Jamie Lyons. He wants a body slam. Don't think he's got his arms near the football, but I think he'll claim that he's got the body on it. Yeah, the side of the body.
If the ball's on the ground, if the ball is on the ground, he can force it with any part of the torso. But the ball must be on the ground. No. You see, the ball wasn't on the ground, and it's come off the off his side, and it would be ruled as a knock on.
Try.
He's given us a try. He's given us a try. That shot. Yeah, there's the kick anyway. It's a good kick from Jamie Lyon. So Lockyer to get us going again. And Manly right back in this game now with that try being awarded to Jamie Lyon. His rule when it came off the hip, I fancied that the ball was still in the field of play. He hasn't ruled a knock on, and then he's ruled that he forced it in goal legitimately. Here's Watmo. Wally Lewis sideline.
Well, if anybody has ever brought up a statement, why do not players or supporters, commentators have any faith in the men with the whistle, so be it. If you can't ground the ball with the stomach, why can't you knock it on with it? Everybody down here is absolutely bewildered.
This is Beale. And now it's Winterstein.
It's a different game now, isn't it? Some of these young fellas in the Broncos outfit will look at the scoreboard and say, gee whiz, we were 16-0 in front. Now it's close. They'll get a taste of what real first grade's all about. And as I said earlier in this game, there is no excuse for Manly not to go on and win this. They've got a lift now. They need this badly.
This is Ashton Sims. 7 metres on his side of halfway. 15 is Gorrell, who's on now. And Wallace gets his kick away for Williams, falling back. Taken by Lockyer. 25 metres out from Manly's line. Here's Watmo. Tackled on the 30 metres. Barney, a run. Taking 20 metres in from touch. Just opening up a little blindside for them if they want to use it. Here's Kite. Put down 4 metres from halfway. Tackled by Nick Kenny, and a strong tackle, but it's a penalty.
You've left the head in sooner.
Penalties are so big in our game. Just for one little bit of ill discipline, you cost yourself yardage, you cost yourself more tackles, and you build up the momentum and confidence in the opposition. This is a big penalty in the context of momentum at the moment.
Watmo. Solid body clash there with Ben Teo. They're just outside the 20-metre line. Ballon for King, King for Orford, Orford on for Bailey, and Bailey will play it 15 metres out from the Brisbane line. So it's Robertson across to King, and King upended and put away. Ballon looking to his right, passing to his left. Kite switches the point, back to Bailey. Bailey getting it inside, again for Jamie Lyon. He's the one that's creating problems. Kite again, standing. Watmo does the same. Rodney sets sail for the line, but is held. Good tackle, Darren Lockyer. Played for Ballon, then for Orford. Now for Maddai, now for Barney. Barney scores for Manly. No questions this time. He points to the spot. Michael Barney a try and didn't. Plenty of them play a part in this.
Yeah, the Broncos wanted a forward pass called here, but again, good lead-up play, starting to get the combinations going now, and an excellent decision out of dummy half from Matt Ballon. Had a few choices here, but he could see they were short on the left-hand side, and then it was a matter of going through the hands. Steve Maddai attracting two defenders, and Michael Barney getting outside of Israel Folau to even it up with a kick to come.
Much, much better. Greater urgency, better precision, well executed. That's the Manly of old. We don't see enough of it, but they've got a great chance to play themselves into some form here.
And again, as you point out, Gus, on the back of a penalty. We saw on Friday night in the Test match, Australia scored just before half-time on the back of one penalty. Early in the second half, two penalties come their way. The contest was pretty much over at that stage. The difference between success in the NRL at the moment is what you can do on the back of penalties with the football, and whether you can stop the opposition when you concede.
It's the biggest factor in our sport, Peter. The vast majority of tries, the greatest percentage of tries, come in the set of six after a penalty.
Manly making a change as Jamie Lyon prepares to convert the Michael Barney try. He's having a very big impact on the game. Jamie Lyon, Lestrange has gone on for Manly. The kick by Lyon is away across the face of uprights. We'll take a break on Sunday Football. 16 all now, Broncos and Eagles. Darren Lockyer kicking it down for Matt Orford. And here's Brent Kite, who played a double barrel role in that Michael Barney try. He wasn't necessarily going anywhere, but he was standing and acting as a pivot.
He's worked really hard, Brent Kite, backing up. Oh, that looked forward.
And Kenny went looking for Jason King with a shoulder, and that pass certainly looked forward. From Lestrange to King, but now it's with Orford, and now Stewart. And Glenn Stewart has wrestled back and down by Clinton. Here's the pass from Lestrange. I don't think there's any doubt it was forward, but it's gone out on the full, this kick.
What a woeful set of six after scoring points. Teams lift when they score points. That was just all over the place, that set from Manly, and it was appropriate that the kick went out on the full, because that's what the set deserved at the end of it.
So Lockyer, this is Teo, just outside the 30-metre line. From Gorrell for Wallace, inside ball, Kenny, tackled on the 30-metre line. Lestrange packing in on top of Rodney's tackle. Now Gorrell for Wallace, and Wallace goes in for Clinton. Joel Clinton right on the 20-metre line, as you can see, in the centre of the ground, with the Broncos running towards that northern end. Lockyer goes back in for big Nick Kenny. Kenny tackled by Lestrange and by Rodney again. Gorrell for Wallace. Wallace goes out this time, and Parker's pass. Now what happened there? It's with Peter Wallace. No interruption to play. 5 tackles gone for the Broncos. 7 metres away. Now Lockyer puts the kick in from 12 metres out. And it's a test when it really wasn't a test for Barney.
They didn't put it high enough there, Darren Lockyer. And again, Israel Folau got a check in running, trying to get through.
They're just talking about Mother's Day and something. This conversation with a couple of mates. Steve Maddie bullocks his way just shy of the 40.
Lestrange. Ooh, Glenn Stewart. Nearly losing it for Manly. Just outside their 40. Here's Brent Kite. Now from Bailey. It's gone on to Lyon. And Lyon again proving difficult. Gets a flick ball into Williams. And Williams to play the ball. Good tackle there by the 15. Aaron Gorrell. Now they go across for Orford to cross the 30-metre line. He puts a kick straight ahead. It's into the in goal. Beale looking at it, hoping that it'll go, and it does.
Well, they've got to keep getting the ball to Jamie Lyon. Every time he's handled it today, he's looked dangerous and created something. He nearly got David Williams away here, and it was only a low, grasping tackle that stopped him bursting into the backfield. Look at that one, down low. Good tackle by Aaron Gorrell.
Play by Kenny. This is Michaels.
They just haven't got the same zing, the Broncos now, have they? That lead has evaporated. And they're under the pressure that they've got to score again to win. Not free-flowing at all. Oh, here we go.
Manly have gone back to that habit of giving penalties away.
They're crucial.
Yeah, but again, I go back to the Matt Orford kick. Fourth tackle, they're on a roll, 20 metres out, puts it dead. It's just not good enough for a player chosen on 2 occasions to play Origin, never got there. That's just, you can't do that. It's not good enough in the modern game. And now with a penalty, all of a sudden at the other end of the field in Brisbane have got the momentum.
Clinton, a sloppy play the ball. Lockyer finding Thaiday. 18 metres away from the Manly line. Play by Thaiday. Here's Gorrell getting a pass out into no man's land. It's been cleaned up by Jared Beale. 15 out, middle of the ground. Lockyer takes Thaiday with him. Players went left, right and centre. Thaiday and Stewart in particular. Here's Gorrell across to Nick Kenny. He'll offload. Gorrell's with it, puts a kick in. Matai had it, lost it backwards. Play on. Now from Barney.
That was a missed kick. He was looking to get that one deep into the in goal over in the corner. Folau was unmarked out wide, and he just fed it and miskicked it.
Barney with a clearing run. Getting it to the 20. And Gorrell has a problem with his right arm. The dummy half for Brisbane. He'd be a good player to run at right now. And here's Jason King pulled down by Clinton and by Thaiday. The last for Manly as Lestrange kicks it straight to Jared Beale. And he calls on Winterstein to take it away.
And if you like close contests, we've got an excellent 22 minutes coming up to finish this game, and you get the feeling that the next try is going to be so important in the final wash-up.
Now, Anthony Watmo's got problems for Manly. He's down on his haunches behind the Brisbane side at the moment. And Gorrell tried to pass that ball, and the pain really impacted on him. He's gone to dummy half again, Gorrell. Now there's the incident on Watmo. I think it's an eye injury. Here's Lockyer sweeping it in for Clinton. Things all over the park here at the moment. Watmo concerned for him and concerned for Gorrell, who persists at being dummy half. And he's again in agony as he passes. Wallace puts a kick high, and Robertson is there. And it's a 20-metre reach.
Ooh, he's only just got into the in-goal area, and this again is a big play. Rugby league, a game of inches, well demonstrated here. That's a great call.
So Michael Robertson a bit dusty. Watmo ditto. And Aaron Gorrell the same again. Rugby League's one community at the moment, supporting young care, as I said to you earlier, helping to give young people who require 24-hour care the kind of life that every young person deserves. And for more information on that, visit www.youngcare.com.au. King bringing it out for Manly. Almost to the halfway line. Here's Bailey crossing. Stewart a reel, trying to get away from Wallace. It's passed by Lyon from dummy half to Lestrange and then on to Orford. An in ball for Watmough. Nothing wrong with the eyesight there. A stand and a give for Lestrange, a speculator. Dived on by Orford.
We saw Gold come up with a great tackle. That time was Joel Clinton. He was away, Watmough. Bailey goes high, but it's short.
And that's Robertson pursuing. Oh, gee. The kid did well, Beale, but he's hurt himself.
That was a lovely, confident leap by the young man. Look at this. Never took his eyes off the ball. Gets up above the pack. Comes down with it. Picks up an injury, but Wallace is injured. He's limping. There's trainers out everywhere. Manly's giving away a penalty. It's all happening. 16 all.
Here's Beale. He contacted Wallace. Now Wallace is limping. Beale looks like he's got a wrist problem. Gorrell's injured. Watmough's okay. Robertson has passed the medical.
How are you, Rabbits?
Oh, I'm never well. You know that. You know that. Have a look in that pillbox. Now it's come away for Wallace. Here's Kenny. And Kenny will play the ball just inside 30. Gorrell for Wallace. Thaiday steaming up on the inside. Glenn Stewart had him in his sights, but he lost him.
A lot of inside balls from Brisbane second half. They might be setting up the dummy or to go wide with the fake there. It is it again. They really think that Manly are vulnerable.
Kenny this time running off an inside ball from Lockyer. Now it's with Peter Wallace. There was another inside run offered there by Setu. Manly come away with the loose ball. Robertson, if they let him into the clear, they won't see which way he goes. And Michael will play the ball.
Well, that's about the 5th time in this second half Manly have successfully defended their own goal line, not giving up points, and that's kept them in the contest. And the Broncos starting to look a little frustrated that they can't breach the line.
Watmough falling at the feet of Steve Michaels. Bailey passing, and George Rose is back on. And he's pulled down by Joel Clinton. Lestrange to Orford, and Orford to Rodney, and Rodney is taken by Lockyer and Thaiday. Play almost on the halfway, and Matai is tackled. He ran straight into the front marker. He looked for a penalty. Referee said play on, and Orford puts a kick in. Barney's after it, and getting across there is Beale, but this time he's comfortable. Got to say that he's had I think, an impressive debut, Jared Beale.
He's been very good, but looking at the two teams now, the body language has totally changed. Manly are up on the line, ready to go, ready for play to continue. The Broncos starting to stall a little bit on the clock, and Manly look the most likely at the moment.
Let's go down to hospital reception. Dr. Lewis, what's happened?
Well, everything is going the Sea Eagles' way at the moment. Even an injury to Aaron Gorrell, the Broncos hooker at the moment. He seems to be having some trouble. He's going to stay out there and just see how it goes over the next 5 or 10 minutes, though. But he is having some trouble with that right shoulder.
Thank you, Wal. As it goes away now for Clinton to shoulder his way up to halfway. 16 all, 17 to go. And Wapow is on again. Now it's with Wallace. He kicks ahead for Beale and himself. He gets a good bounce. He's still got the youngster with him. He's tackled and loses the ball. Robertson turns it around.
Well, he had Darren Lockyer screaming up on his right and obviously didn't hear him. Had he looked to his right, Lockyer scores for sure.
And straight away, Peter Wallace in behind the defensive line. He is hurt. Mistake from Barney. Glenn called back. He's far from 100%, Peter Wallace, man of the match in Orange Friday night. I'd love to have him out there for the last 17 to conduct them home.
What's Lockyer over on the right-hand side? I wonder what happened here. Manly lost the ball and the Broncos picked it up and ran away with it. He loses the ball. Broncos picked it up and ran, and he pulled it back for a scrum.
Wallace Getting this pass up to Glenn was also rapid fire. You just couldn't keep up with it with two eyes. Goro serving it up for Clinton. 10 metres out. Will the Broncos go back to the lead? Lockyer goes away to Wapau. And he'll play it 5 metres out. Played to Goro. Right side play, Wallace. Little kick in. Folau's flying, but he didn't make it.
But he touched it.
Race between Folau and the Manly flyer, Michael Barney. So it's Manly back at the 30-metre line. Play by Rose, and Lestrange gives it to King. 35 away from their own line. Watmo eyeballing Friday. It's gone with Matai, and Friday pursues, and with Glenn they make the tackle.
They've got to get the ball out to Jamie Lyon. Get it wide to the left and swing it right across to Jamie Lyon. Get him one-on-one with Michael. He's been toying with him all day.
Now Matai is clutching at his head as the ball is with Bailey. Bailey will play it, as you can see, just outside 40. They've come over to Jamie Lyon now. He puts a kick down the ground, but it'll go dead. So it will come back for the 20 and the restart. Steve Michaels plays the ball inside 30. This is Antonio Winterstein. Another try today. And it's come across, and one disallowed, I should have said, and Parker right on the 40-metre line now.
They're struggling to get anything going here, Brisbane. It's 4 tackles now. They finally go wide.
Lockyer goes himself. He gets around. He gets through. Folau puts a kick in. The chase is on. Watmo. The bounce goes straight over the sideline.
That was lovely sleight of hand there by Darren Lockyer. He knew there was space on the outside, but he had a player, a Manly defender between he and the man he wanted to get the ball to. What's this? Alley-oop, 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 and around the back. Lovely work. Chip kick by Folau. Gets a horrible bounce for all concerned. Out over the sideline.
27,527 here at Suncorp Stadium today. 37,000 at the Test. And Manly with Bailey going straight to Jamie Lyon. Wallace made the tackle with Parker. Bailey dummy half for Rodney. Rodney held by Michaels and Wallace on the 40-metre line. Glenn Hall, and he beat the attempt by Wapau. Taken down by Kenny. Halfway line, George Rose, Matt Orford, Anthony Watmo, and a trundling run over the top of a couple of Brisbane players. Now Orford, and Orford gets a ball away after Robertson ran a decoy. It's with Lestrange. Watmo now. Orford takes a shot, and it's gone wide. It's marked in the in-goal by Beale.
Peter Sturley's got his head in his hands here. He's not too happy with the Manly kicking game today. Peter, get up, come on.
Well, look, I don't think Manly are too happy with the kicking game. I don't think Des Hasler would be too happy with the kicking game. I don't think Matt Orford would be impressed with it.
Head went down a few times at the Grand Golf Course yesterday, I can assure you.
Yeah, to pick the ball up out of the cup for par and Cody.
It's Winterstein. Thank you, Fatty Vorton and Rob, for that day. It was a pleasant afternoon.
Look at the game of football. It's 16 all.
Here's Clinton to ground, bouncing up for Kenny. Now down for Beale. Flops it over the top for Michaels. And Michaels has put away 35 out from the Manly line.
Big kick coming up here. The Broncos have got to get it right.
Here's Wallace. And he torpedoes the punt kick down to Barney. Comes down in the field of play.
What a catch. What a catch.
Well, degree of difficulty, that's about 9.8. 9.85.
If he misses it, it spears him in the eyeball.
Here's Matai. 25 out from his line. 16 all. 16-6 at one stage, and Manly have edged away.
Yeah, the Broncos are walking now. They're very tired. They're bereft of ideas in attack. Look at this. There's little opportunities opening up in defence. They can't put the tackle man down. They can't stop the offload. The young blokes are really feeling the pinch, and the fellas who played Friday night have got tired legs.
Williams plays it. Now it's come away. It's out with Stewart. He kicks for Jamie Lyon. Winterstein's in trouble again. Jamie Lyon scores. There's no torso. There's none of that in this one.
The linesman's not happy.
Does he knock it forward deliberately? We saw one pulled up, what, 2 weeks ago, or maybe even last week?
Jared Hayne against the Cowboys a couple of weeks ago. I think this is different to the Jared Hayne one, where Jared Hayne tapped it over the fullback. I do think he's trying to catch the ball with every leap here. Winterstein very slow to turn. I do think that is okay.
He's displaying all of the skills, all of the talent we know he's got. A young man who made it clear that he didn't want to play rep football, but reading the reports, he's quite happy to be back there now following Friday night, and he misses the conversion. So it's Manly in front for the first time, 20 points to 16, and a comment from Wally Lewis.
Well, it certainly is a weekend full of tries, isn't it? Guys chalking up 3 and 4 tries. That's the third try chalked today by Jamie Lyon. Of course, we had 4 by Brett Morris, but it has become a very exciting end to this game. The Broncos have gone flat. Manly full of confidence at the moment.
Here's Rose, and the 17 about to come back into the game, Ashton Sim. Glenn Hall under the tackle on the 30-metre line. Here's Rose. He's left a couple of these Bronco defenders wounded when he's taken them on.
Matt Orford's got to get his next 5th tackle option right. He's got to drive this ball down and keep it in the field of play.
Lestrange on 5. Plays the ball. Orford puts it high. It's going down to Beale. Beale is able to slither away from Robertson's first attempt, but not the second.
That was a great chase from Michael Robertson. There was no other pressure coming through but the pullback. And there's the mistake. Joel Clinton offside. Couldn't help himself when the ball popped forward from a teammate. And Manly will pop this one over to put themselves a converted try in front. That means they won't get beaten in normal time, you would not think.
Gee, they've stopped to a walk, the Broncos, haven't they? Really got tired in this second half. It's not easy for youngsters to come into first grade, and your first time you've got to go the full 80 minutes in a close game. They were cruising early. We've got the other fellas that have played in the rep football on Friday night feeling the pinch a bit. And in the second half, they've really been struggling for ideas.
Well, the Eagles have actually got 5 backing up from Friday.
And forwards too, Ray. You've got to give a rap. Brent Kite has worked really hard. And Glenn Stewart looks like he'll go the duration again, as he's done every game this season. Now, Glenn Stewart, 29 tackles, 11 hit-ups. Brent Kite, 24 tackles, 11 hit-ups. They lead the way for their side.
And this bloke that's about to kick the penalty goal, he's backing up and he's having the game of the season for him. He's playing right up to his personal best. Jamie Lyon. Will he wear a centre jumper for New South Wales up against the crack Queensland backline? I think he might. On today's showing, he certainly will. Lockyer goes for the shallow restart, and Heath Lestrange, he wasn't buying it. He scampered back, picked it up down on 30. So Lestrange plays it, and Matai was the dummy half. This is Watmo. Gorrell, the 15, has totally recovered from what I thought might have been a dislocated shoulder or elbow or something. He was in awful trouble. At a time in the game when we'd actually run out of beds. There were no more beds left in emergency. Here's Hall, burrowing across halfway. Brisbane led 16-6. Now they're down 22-16. Here's Beale on the run. And Alford, who kicked the ball, makes the tackle. Just inside 20. Folau gets it over. This is Ben Teo. And Teo taken by Matai and Lestrange. And Matai clutches at his leg. So Folau just inside 30. He's in a bit of pain. Stephen Matai. Wallace for Lockyer. Lockyer lays it up for Parker. Flicks it out the back for Sims. And now Ashton starts to straighten, but he's tackled by Glenn Stewart on the red line. Here's Peter Wallace.
Still got Matai down on the far side, Ray, as Wapau keeps it alive.
So Gorrell is with the ball. Now they turn it back to their lock forward, Parker. And they've only got 12 defending at the moment. Matai's trying to get back to the right side. That's the side Matai's on. Lockyer spears through. Taken on the fingertips by Ben Teo. And who do you think's got him? Matai's got him, and now he's clutching to that injury again.
He came from the second row in the stand, Steve Matai.
Matty, get out!
They didn't see him coming. There he is on halfway. He's offside. By the time they've run that far, I suppose he's been run onside.
So Robertson for Manly. That's a very brave effort over there by Steve Matai. I know he cops plenty of injuries and he comes back. Here's a flick ball out the back. And Jamie Lyon was almost through again. But Corey Parker hangs on. Williams there. And he's tackled just short of halfway. So the Eagles with 4 minutes to go. And Orford is taken by Sims right on the halfway line. Lestrange for Kites. And Wapau takes him with Clinton, or Wapau, whatever it is, one of those two. The kick down the ground, don't you, Star?
It's a great name. It's a great footy name. Wapau, Wacko Wapau. I love it. What do we got? 3 minutes left on the clock. Last chance for the Broncos. They haven't looked like scoring a try in the second half. They need one now.
Ashton Sim. Gorrell with Wapau. Tackle on the 40-metre line. Plays it for Gorrell. And Gorrell gets it on to Joel Clinton, who scored the first try of the match for the Broncos.
Been good this afternoon too, Joel Clinton. Parker, second man to Wallace.
And now it's Lockyer. It's gone over and taken on the feet by Ben Teo. Tackled by Michael Barney on halfway. Folau for Lockyer. He spins back on his left foot. He goes through! And eventually it's a desperate save by Matt Orford. Captain on captain. As it comes out to Peter Wallace. He puts a kick over towards David Williams. Winterstein flies and reaches out. Has he go? I think he might have got it. Wow! This kid has got wings, Winterstein.
Unbelievable.
And again, David Williams watches the kick go over his head, a long way in field. The Manly players, he's backing back, standing still. Clays Winterstein, who reaches out.
Does it touch the line?
It's there.
We'll get a side-on view.
It touches the line. That is an amazing leap and great surge. Gets it. The ball will roll towards the line. There, it's over.
Yeah.
It's over. It ends up in the in goal.
And the way Corey Parker is striking them.
No problem at all.
You would just about say we are a very strong chance of going into Golden Point.
Oh, it's a tough kick, Pete. Under these circumstances, it's a tough kick.
All I'm saying is the way that he's striking the ball.
Antonio Winterstein has scored his second today. He had one disallowed. He's now scored 7 tries in 4 matches.
And I don't want to put the mock on Corey Parker, which I may have done already. but he actually tends to kick better from wide out than the ones that are more comfortable to the posts. The crowd here holding their breath.
That's what he's got. It's 2 metres in, and he's 25 metres out. Maybe 25 and a quarter metres out. And here he is. Corey Parker. Can he level? Can he level? It's coming! It's coming! Oh, not quickly enough! 22 plays 20. Again. What price here? Same price as there, I suppose. Not worth a squirtful of cold water. Bad luck, Corey Parker in Brisbane, but that would seem like we've got time, gentlemen, please. Matty Orford with 45 seconds to go, kicks deep. Lockyer asks Aston Sims to take it away. Manly 22, Broncos 20. After the Broncos, like they did in the same game last year at the same ground, they led easily. They were still 16-6 in front at halftime, but they've added only 4 points, while Manly have added 16. Lockyer playing it. The big hooter about to sound. Wallace chips. Players all over the place. It's gone to ground with Manly's Chris Bailey. And the Premiers, the defending Premiers, have got something to really cheer about. A win over the Broncos in Brisbane.
This has been a Fox Sports presentation.